Hello and welcome to AFC Wimbledon, the Wimbly Womblys, who are currently top of the table, 4 points clear of Plymouth Argyle, which is another made-up town. Today, speaking of made-up towns, we're playing a place called Newport. Come now. I mean, where are these places located? The Cheltenhams, the Lyershires, the Newport counties. Come on. It's ridiculous. They have a player named Pidgley. I mean, this is just, it's a cliche. It's so obviously, having a goalkeeper named Pidgley is so obviously fictional that it just ruins the experience for people who are trying to watch this as if it were a real soccer game. Speaking of which, today I'm going to talk about whether I would want to be a real manager of an actual football team. Let me give you the short answer. No. No. For many reasons. The first of which is that is what I will refer to as the Jack Midson phenomenon. So this game, I started playing FIFA 11 when it wasn't very complicated. Your players continued to play for you until and unless you sold them. But now you must make your players happy. You can't make them cranky. They don't like, oh, yeah. Dang it. It's almost like the world didn't want me to sing that song again. He's big, he's tough, he has a brilliant puff. Other John Green. I mean, Yabamba had to score there. I was so ready. I still don't have any lyrics for his song, which makes it even better, I think. Yeah, but man, Meredith is strongly opposed to goals from Yabamba. Anyway, now you have to make your players happy, and I just offered a new contract to Jackie Midson. I love Jackie Midson. He's the reason that we're even in the Football League in the first place, because if he hadn't scored that vital penalty in the last week of the 2013 AFC Wimbledon season, they would have been relegated out of the Football League, and we wouldn't be able to play with AFC Wimbledon in FIFA. We would be stuck with some other team that isn't owned by its fans. And that we don't get to sponsor. So, it's really, obviously, Jack Midson is a hugely important player to us. But in the game, he was like, I'm not going to sign a new contract because I'm cranky, because yada, yada, yada. And I was like, come on, Jackie Midson, don't be ridiculous. So finally, he did agree to sign a contract. But that kind of stuff in real life, you'd have to deal with all the time, and it would be so annoying. And generally, I'm not very good at management. Meredith would be happy to tell you all about that. I'm just not a very committed or engaged boss. And as a football manager, you have to do that stuff constantly, and not just with your players, but with your kit guy and the assistant managers, and it just sounds horrible. Furthermore, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I don't have any understanding of soccer tactics. Oh God. You went down so easily. That was an attempted dive, but the referee was having none of it because he's an American hero, or a British hero. And it was a beautiful decision by the referee, and I appreciate it. Speaking of beautiful, how about this goal? No. Again, saved by Pidgley. Clearly fictional name. Yeah, I would be a terrible football manager because I don't understand tactics. The only thing I'm good at, I think, if you ask the boys anyway, is I'm pretty good at the halftime motivational speech. You'll notice that all of the teams that I've managed have had unusually good second halves, and I think that I am good at at offering some of that. But man management is a relatively small part of the game. Oh, it's disappointing. It's mostly, you know what you had to do there, Porter? You had to pass, because you've got to know I can't finish with my right foot off balance like that. So what I should do is I should pass. Well, I guess there was a trailing ball, John Green, as there often is in human life. Yeah, I think I'd be a terrible manager of a real football team. I'm not even a particularly good manager of this football team, it has to be said, although we are, of course, totally undefeated in League Two this year, and also, we're top of the table. And I think that we've done a great job, and I'm really proud of the guys, and I'm proud of my staff, and I'm proud of I think I've managed the team effectively. But I'm definitely wanting tactically. It's just that I have so many weapons that it's kind of hard to lose. Speaking of which, you've got to finish there. Get in. Oh, it's a little bit disappointing from some more. Yes. By the way, I didn't really get his song right last time. I'm going to work on it again because somebody suggested a great song for him and I kind of screwed it up. I apologize. But I need him to score in order to be able to sing it properly. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice pass. That was attractive. That's some nice football. Yeah. It's good use of the Y button. Oh, what? Better communication. Disappointment. Disappointment. The disappointment is palpable. The other thing is that I'd have to move to England, which I can't do, you know? Like, I have this fantasy. It's a terrible, I know that it's a terrible dream, but you have to dream big in this world. But I have this dream of owning a League Two football team. Not managing them. I know that would be crazy. But, you know, buying one, it just seems like such a good investment, lower league soccer. You know, none of these teams are profitable, by the way. So, I don't know. I just think it would be so cool. Get to sit in the owner's box. Just be awesome. So, I do have that dream. But no, I never think for a second that I could manage a team. I mean, I know the guy who is the head coach of the Butler University soccer team, which is a big Division I soccer team. And, like, I mean, it's just so... Oh, I mean, it's incredibly difficult work. It's just constant and very hard. We have a lot of strikers. I'm going to thank Jack Midson for signing his contract like a big boy, and I'm going to bring in both he and Green Eggs and Sheringham, and then I'm going to bring in P. Sweeney in the middle. We're going to be a little bit less more than we usually are. And then I'm also going to bring in H. Pell. Do we want to be completely demoored here in the... Well, I can't because I've already made all three of my substitutions. See, that's a good example of why I wouldn't be a good football manager. I just tried to make a fourth substitution, and I tried to make all four of them at halftime. So yeah, that's not what like a proper soccer coach would do. It's an extremely difficult, complicated job, and I wouldn't want it. That said, I am living my absolute dream because my dream has always been that I would be able to like help a soccer team that I believed in a like real way that was useful to them. And of course that was never going to be as a player. I don't know if you guys have ever seen my my skills on the ball, but they barely impress my 3-year-old. He's starting to get to the point now where he can do some things that I don't know how to do. Get in! Get in! Yeah, 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 bamba! I still don't have any lyrics. Yeah, 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 bamba! Just scored a goal, just scored a goal, just scored a goal. Yeah, yeah, bamba. Was that better? Sarah? Was it? She said sure. Meredith, your opinion, was that better? Is that an improvement? What about yeah, 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 bamba just scored a goal, just scored a goal? I mean, it's an obvious lyric, but like it's better than it's better than nothing, right? It's the pitch. So it doesn't seem like it's on key to you. It's the delivery. So it is on key. You can acknowledge that I'm right on key. Yeah. Listen, Sarah, it's not my fault that I have a player named Yabamba who sometimes scores. I can't do anything about that. He's a genius. Do you remember before Yabamba how many goals we got off of the left midfielder? None. And now we get like basically, oh God! Oh, Seb Brown. Still don't really have a chant for him or anything, but I mean that guy, I don't want to criticize Warner Chilcott because he's a member of the Wimbly Womblys. I don't like to criticize people who play for our club, but Seb Brown is our starter. There's no doubt about it. I love him. He's all courage. That's a great ball. That's a great ball on a great run. Porter off the post. Off the post. Oh, that was beautiful, though. I mean, you got to love it. Oh, my God, you got to score there, son. That's disappointing. What was I talking about today? I don't even remember. Talking about Yabamba. Oh, yeah, living my dream. No, I mean, the dream is to help a soccer team that I care about. And I really do care about AFC Wimbledon. I really like the way that they run their business. I like the culture of the club. You know, I think the players are awesome. I think you know, their Twitter feed is hilarious. It's everything. It's exactly the kind of team that you want to support. And I love the fact that they're owned by their fans. And like through the Wimbly Womblys, like we're able to support them directly. And that is really cool. So that's basically my dream, and I'm basically getting to live it now. Speaking of living my dream, how about a goal from Jackie Midson? a little present in honor of the fact that he signed his contract. I had a song for him, but I can't remember it. Somebody wrote a good song. Dang it. It was like, thanks for keeping. Maybe it was just one. There's only one Jackie Midson. Like one Jackie Midson. There's only one Jackie Midson. One Jackie Midson. Thanks for keeping us up. Yeah, I think that was it. Because of course he scored the penalty that made us continue to be a team in the Football League, which in turn made the Wimbly Womblys possible. So if it weren't for Jack Midson, none of us would be here today. Well, that is a dangerous pass, but I like it. I like risk taking. So it is Jack Midson who allowed me to live my dream of supporting a football club that I care about, it is really special. Yeah, it's so cool to be the supporter of the AFC Wimbledon Academy, and all of that. Thank you to all of you who are making that possible by watching this video and the ad that came before the video, because yeah, now we get to do this. It's so cool. It's crazy. Oh, and look how disappointed and sad their players are. That's fun to see as well. Yeah, I like it. It's good to have like one, you know, this is a common chant in soccer. One blah 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 blah, there's only one blah 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 da 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 da. But I think you need one of them. And Jack Midson's a good one because he's a real person. So, you know, you don't want to go too weird on it. I like him though. I like him a lot. Even though he was iffy on his contract, I definitely see him as a big part of the future of the club, which is what I explained to him in an email that I had to send to him. I mean, this game has become ridiculously complicated. It just used to be that you just got to play FIFA. Now you've got to send emails. Oh, almost. Yeah. Bomba wanted a second one. Oh, this is fun. I miss this so much. I have to tell you the truth, which is that I didn't feel this the last couple seasons with Swindon. I didn't feel the joy and the love of club the way that I do now. Get it. Oh. So this is it's tremendously fulfilling. There's an unnecessary slide tackle, just to remind you that I'm still me. So I'm never going to be a football manager, and I'm never going to own a club. But this is something that this is a way that I can still live my dream. And so much of life is about that. It's about like accepting the things that you're not going to have and getting excited about the things that you are going to have. Like a goal here? Like a goal here? Oh, it hit my own player. You got to get out of the way of that, son. You've got to get out of the way. Oh. That was going to be a beautiful goal, but instead, like so much effort in this world, it has come to nothing. Oh well. Still a great showing from the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys, including 2 goals after Ball John Green and other John Green were subbed out, which you have to see as a great sign for the future of the club. Goals from John Green, Bamba, and Jackie Midson. Thank you for watching. Sorry, Newport County, life is hard and full of disappointment. Best wishes.